Oh, I love thee, my Redeemer. Oh, I love thee. Oh, I love thee. Oh, I love thee. My Redeemer. Oh, I love thee. Oh, I love thee. Oh, I love thee. Oh, I love thee. My Redeemer. Oh, I love thee.
Somebody want to come here quickly to control the camera for us because we cut it short to the level of a seated person unless I operate from here. Sipo, okay, it's okay, I'll take it from here. I want to take this time and greet everybody who is now live with us in the house, as well as is it too hard? It needs volume. Libromane Rizitelabano. And those who are joining us live on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, this is not much about their church, but the daughter in the church who's now being launched as a life coach, trained, qualified, certified. We therefore are trusting God that we will see the best. Don't understand why. We welcome somebody who just joined on StreamYard as well. Hang in there. Okay. It's good. Thank you. I need to switch off this phone because I have joined some from here. Uh-huh. Right, this was our problem, so we are out. I think one of CC Adelaide's friends, oh, it's Lee who joined to check. Good, 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 good. Lee, no, I don't want you to hear me from StreamYard, Baba. Where's the guy? Not from StreamYard, Facebook Live. Yeah, StreamYard, I don't need you there, Facebook Live. Lindy, can you hear us? Can you hear us well? I see Lindy's on Facebook right now. Wonderful. I want us to go onto our Facebook pages. She go on your Facebook, share from our church page, go to our church page and share to your page and everybody else to your page so that we can get as much audience as we possibly can. But I was still explaining a life coach and how we operate. So a life coach, again, is like a project manager. We don't need to know or have expertise of whatever project you're involved in. For instance, I'm also a qualified project manager. I can, yeah, no, the sound is powerful. I ain't all dala. So, hey, no, mfana man, sound like, hey, come help with the camera. I need the neck out. I need you to follow us with the camera. So I was saying, as a project manager, you don't need to know anything about construction necessarily for you to project manage that. You don't need to know anything about operating a human body, but you can manage an operation that is taking place in a theater anytime, anywhere. You can project manage a wedding celebration, how to put it together. All we need there is quality time and the cost necessary. And we need to know who knows what, and we get whoever that knows to come and do it. That is the role of a life coach. So we are confidently going to be launching Usisineli into this thing. And I need to say this, life coaching is necessary. Life is getting so difficult. I wanted a life coaching is necessary in this generation, in this day. If there are people who are going to make loads and loads of money, it's us, life coaches. Because people don't know how to live their lives anymore. Before you know it, is COVID-19. While you think it's COVID-19, the economics of the country, of the world for that matter, are crashing. While you're thinking about it, the divorce rate is high. A whole lot of things are falling apart. Now, life coaches are necessary, just like a football coach. We need to be standing on the side of a married couple and begin to tell them, okay, it's fine, you can win. And we can also ask, and by the way, life coaching, we don't tell you what you must do. Even if we are tempted and we know what exactly we want to tell you, we don't. We ask you questions towards that direction. There are other theories I will teach her as she grows. One of them, we call it chunking up or chunking down. How do we do it? If you come to me, for instance, and you say, you know, I am undecided. I need to move from Guamshanga to Pretoria for reasons known. Maybe I got a job there, but I'm not sure whether I should go or not. When you come to me as a life coach, I don't need to tell you, no, go to Pretoria, it's a city, life is good. No. I would ask pertinent questions. Number one, I will ask, if you move to Pretoria now, would you have a place to stay? Would you afford the place in Pretoria to stay? If you compare how much you're going to pay for rental in Pretoria and the transport costs, which one is feasible for you? And as I ask these questions, you begin to make it make sense in your head. Let's say if I go, I'm going to live in Montana. Rental in Montana, they would want me to pay 4,500 rand. If I get a monthly ticket, it's about 300 rand. And I have got children. Am I going to leave my children and come home weekends? You begin to chunk up. Where do you find more advantages? So that's the role of a coach. Is it making sense, family? Sometimes it's concerning your health. Sometimes it's concerning your studies. Sometimes it's concerning whatever, your job, your business. We can coach you through that. So coaching is that. We seek to get results by helping you realize your potential or stirring up your passion towards what you want to achieve. That's what we do as life coaches. And by the way, like I'm saying, I'm so into the field. If you wake me up any time of the day and say to me, coach me right now, I will ask you, what do you want to be coached in? I have people traveling from as far as Pretoria West, Montana, coming driving over here. And by the way, Cecinelli, welcome to this beautiful, field that you are in. They pay you the subscription or they pay you per hour. And when they come to visit you, There are plastics involved, if you know what I'm talking about. They bring and they buy their groceries from Pick and Pay, but when they come to see you, they bring you stuff from Woolworths, you know. And I don't really shop from Woolworths, I can't afford that. But they come with the chicken from Woolworths, packet of apple from Woolworths. Or when you meet them, by the way, they will say, no, 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 Coach. By the way, they call me Coach T. And they say, can we meet? Where can we meet in Pretoria? What would you want to eat? It's meal. And that's not part of what they're going to pay. They pay me. You understand? So they pay me over and above that. They pay lunch. You understand? I think we're too loud, Mandla. So coaching family is dead. We are needed. We are necessary. We are critical, especially in these last days where life seems to be deteriorating in terms of quality. People do not know how to find their way across life. And another important thing is you may choose to specialize, but you must understand, life coach, you are a general practitioner, but you may pick a field. You may be a relationship coach, a marriage coach, a business coach. Even meticulously, we are able to go down. You can be a coach who focuses in relationships, or you can focus mainly on children. You got what I'm saying? It's good, but it needs a personality. It needs a personality. You need to be a person who can't be this coach. See what's wrong with you. No, you need, when they leave, when they part ways. Please get Mandla this feedback. When they part ways with you, they should be feeling like, yes, I can. They must, Bona, they must call back. If they don't call back, it means you are not there yet. Bona, they call back all the time, okay? They call back. I can print a bank statement, you will see they keep paying. And you must do it so well that even when they pay, they feel like, and you must go for skeptics, those who don't believe. There's one from here at church. All right. And the other day she says, I think I need this thing, but I must first try it out. And I said, no, come, try me out. Don't pay. Try me out, and then we will. Our first session, she says, I want 3 months. Our second session, she says, I need this thing for life. And I'm expecting another payment. So it's important to know that people need life coach. But most importantly, you as a coach, you need to make sure that your chest is not kicked by a horse. You should be able to sit with a wife who tells you things without the knowledge of the husband. And later when you meet both of them, when you're listening to them talk, you're not looking at the husband like, no. It's as if you do not know anything. Like, and as long as this one who told you on the corner doesn't start it, you don't dare it. Even if this one asks the question, says, do you know? You can say, I know she told me. No, so how would I know if I'm not told? Unless she puts it on the table, you don't start it. You understand? I can sit in here with a couple and having spoken to both of them individually. When I sit with them, I don't know anything, nothing whatsoever. And we build going forward. But the strength of coaching is simply in questioning. You must ask questions. You stick to that. The reason why we are not doing counseling, there's a distinction between coaching and counseling, not counseling, counseling, C-O-U, not C-A-N. Thank you. Most importantly, vocabulary. You gotta have words. You must be able to speak and know what to say. You can't be saying the out generator. There are no days there. So you better speak slow, take your time. But what I needed to say is, as a person, you need personality. Number 2, you need to know how to treat in as strict as you possibly can, confidentiality. Is it making sense? Very, very strictly so, be confidential. I was just preparing the stage for her and making a way for her. By the way, I'm also marketing myself. So for those who don't know, you are living your life with difficulties and I'm here. It's very not proper. Don't die, I'm here. Don't divorce, I'm here. Come. Don't quit your career, I'm here. By the way, even those who are struggling with their studies, we can help them. I wanted to explain the distinction between coaching and counseling, which is where mistakes are made. When in counseling, you are going to play the role of a father because you are even able to dictate sometimes there. But in coaching, we don't. No matter advice, We ask questions. Why? We do not want to appear in courts. No. In court, when we get there, we do the same thing we do in our sitting. Even the magistrate will say, get this person out of my court. Because when the magistrate asks me a question, I don't answer. I ask intent. That's the role of a coach. Did you tell this person that they must do this? I will ask, did the person say that I told them that? No, but I'm asking you, did you? I also need to know. Did the person say to your honor that Coach Tabo told them that? No, they didn't. Why is then your honor asking if I told them that? If the person in question did not tell the honor that. We never give you a yes or a no in coaching. We give questions. And even if we know the answer, we don't bring the answer to you. Like I said, Changin Dan, I don't want you to go to Pretoria because you won't afford. I won't say, I mean, really, your salary now. No. We'll be saying, by the way, what are the costs involved if you move to Pretoria? You would need accommodation, right? You would need to be having food there and buying food at home, right? What would it cost you to travel between Pretoria and Kwamhlanga? And then you make your call, you make your decision, I get my money and I'm done. That's coaching. Having said that, drink water because the time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, I had an opportunity to spend time with her some few days of the week. She didn't know what I was doing. I was sussing as to is she ready to stand in public and present and speak. Another thing that we did, I insisted that they put her and to do the announcements so that she gets used to speaking to people. So that's how I train people. I never say that, hey, come, I'm training you now. No. If you did wrong here, you did right here. Where you did wrong, I take you by hand and I show you how things are done without telling you this is where you went wrong. Or I will suggest how you do it differently without mentioning that it went wrong. That's how I operate. I don't invest in discussing problems. I highlight problems as we work on solutions. So we have Uneli. She's got it in her. She's got the guts. She's not the guts yet. She's got the knowledge. She's got the wisdom. She's got the expression. But today I want us to all rise. Yeah. And welcome. She's a coach, trained and qualified. She can speak. She's got expensive English and she's got the passion for it. She's dressed in white. Before she comes, they will need to wire you up. They will need to wire you up. So, ladies and gentlemen, wait. As soon as she's sorted out and she's done, let those who are going to wire her, she's going to walk up to the stage. The cameraman will sort her out. Now, you better relax. Take a deep breath. You are a life coach. You are not allowed to have a stage fright. You deal with stage fright. We deal with your client there and there. Come on, somebody scream and threaten and scare. Oh, what is it?
Good evening. I would like to apologize first because we were supposed to start at 4 and then now it's 6. So I apologize and thank you for your patience. You are still here. I am so happy. And hey, Coach Tabo said a mouthful. I almost said, let us go home. Mission accomplished. So we greet those who are watching us online. We have StreamYard, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. Do you have Twitter? Yeah, everybody who's watching us, and we greet those who will watch the recording later. We also acknowledge you and thank you so much for everybody who is joining us. And thank you very much to you who are here. I really appreciate you taking time and coming here to support me. I really appreciate you, and you look very beautiful. You can give yourself a hand. So Coach Tabo mentioned that, hey, I am, sorry, Coach Adelaide. Mahlangu, as Coach Tawa has mentioned. So he rather mentioned that when we coach you, we don't ask, we don't tell you, but we ask. So the role of a coach is to help you move from one level to another, is to transform you. But then things happen in life. We are hurt, we are broken, like life deals us. And then you do not, you don't have anything that we can draw from as coaches. We are so hurt, we are busy healing our wounds, we are busy sorting ourselves out, that you don't even think about transformation. You are okay doing what you are doing. I'm like, you have the job, you are living, your health is fine. But then you don't have the mind to transform yourself, to make yourself better because of everything that's going on in your life. So I am here today to talk about a topic, because the topic that I'm going to talk about is the power of forgiveness. Because before you can think about transforming yourself, you need to heal. So before I coach you into transformation, I need to coach you into healing. So that's why we are here today. Okay. So someone asked me and said, why life coaching? I said to them, because I'm passionate about helping people. But when I was alone, I asked myself the same question. But the answer that, the way I answered myself was different from the answer I gave the person who asked me. This time, I went a bit deeper. And then I said to myself, I want to be to someone what I wish I had. I want to be that someone who will stand in the gap for someone. Do you remember the story in the Bible about the widow and the oil? Sometimes we get to that mode, I have nothing, or I have the little oil. And you don't think that you can do something, can come out of that little oil. So we get to that mode, and we need a Elisha who will say, but as little as the oil is, come, let's see what we can do. And when you try to do something and the jars are not filling up, he will say, let us get Christ in it and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can get out of this. Because the objective of the coach, as Coach T mentioned, is to draw from you. But sometimes you don't have anything. Sometimes your cup is empty, then we have nothing to draw from you. So we need that someone who will stand in the gap for you to say, you know what, you can do this. Come on, let's do this. Someone who will be your accountability partner. That's who I needed. So today, I am that someone. I am that person that I wanted. So that's why who we are launching today. So what happened is, growing up, I moved a lot. I stayed with my grandparents, with my aunt, with my grandparents. Life was never easy for me. I stayed with everybody except my parents. Well, they had their own lives away from me. And that made life so hard because I felt like a reject. I couldn't understand why. Why are these people not so interested in me? What's going on? So I never thought of myself deserving love. And every time when people would abandon me or will reject me, it was normal. It felt normal. Because I'd say, but my own parents are not interested. My own parents, Like you can ask them now something about me, they are not going to tell you the exact thing. So it's okay when someone else is doing it. So I needed someone to be in my corner. And I said to myself, I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to be that someone to someone. I needed someone who would say, but how do you feel? How does this make you feel? What do you think? What do you want? What are you sensing? I wanted that someone. And today I am that someone. And from where I'm standing, I understand everything that I went through because the people that I coach so far, whenever they say they give me the issue, I look at it and be like, but I've been through this. So let's go. Now I understand. So I needed that. I didn't have a person I can talk to. Well, I had a lot of people I talked to, but a lot of them would be like, okay, you're going through this, but listen, my story. Yabona mina, this and this is happening. And now everything moves from my story to them. Now I'm listening to them. Now I'm helping them. Now I'm counseling them. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Let's talk about you. My problem is not important. That's what I had. And others will be like, but you are so strong. But you're a powerful preacher. But why? But this, but that. Guys, I'm not okay. So I needed that someone. And then I decided that I am going to be that someone. So this is who we are launching this evening. So as I mentioned, we are talking the power of forgiveness. As I mentioned that before we can say you need to transform, we are so busy like mending our broken hearts. We don't have time to think about transformation. We don't even see that we need it because all we see is pain, is hurt. So we're talking forgiveness today, the power that forgiveness will bring in your life. I love this definition. Let me read it for you. Psychologists define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance towards a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness or they apologize. So, forgiveness is a very sensitive issue because we say you need to forgive the next person whilst we don't know what the person did to you and the damage they have done to you. We don't know that. And sometimes it feels like we are considerate on the person that wronged you and not you. So, according to Louis B. Smith, he says to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. So, when you forgive people, you are not doing them a favor, but you are doing you a favor. You are setting yourself free. So, forgiveness is all about you, not the person that wronged you, but you are setting yourself free. Omaya Angelo says to forgive or forgiveness is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. So it's got nothing to do with everybody else or the people that harmed you or caused you pain, but it has everything to do with you. Forgiveness is complete when it's in full cycle. when it includes me. Because as much as we say you need to forgive the people who wronged you also wronged yourself. You did things that you were not supposed to do. You put up with things that and people that you were not supposed to. You sabotaged yourself. How many times you had an opportunity that could help you, but you didn't go for it because you felt, oh, it's too risky. Oh, I can't do this. Oh. You sabotaged yourself. You made decisions and choices in the past, and today we are Gowisha because of them. So you need to forgive yourself. The inability to forgive is because you can't forgive yourself now. So you cannot give what you do not have. So when you forgive yourself, you release the anger, you release the judgment, you release the resentment towards yourself. And you are open to receive finer things that life has to offer. So let me share this with you. I have never been a person that receives gifts. Even the people that I bought gifts for, they never reciprocated. And I was okay with that. And I didn't have a problem buying the gifts for them. So I said one day, I wrote on my status that, how am I? Because I'm 36 years today and I have never received flowers. No, my people, you are wrong. And then I said later to myself, I need a couple of jeans. Okay, fast forward, my birthday came. And what happened is I received flowers on my birthday. And they were from a person that doesn't view my statuses because I cannot say, oh, they saw my status. They say that they saw that I wanted flowers and now they're buying. No, they are blocked. Like they cannot see my status. And later on, the money for the jeans. Someone in here sent the money for the jeans that I wanted. I was like, see the source now. Because I stopped punishing myself for the wrong decisions I did in the past. And I accepted that I acted in the best way I was capable of in that moment. And what I proclaim now is I'm good. I'm a good person. And I deserve good things. So when I call them, they show up. That's the power of forgiveness. When you forgive yourself, your affirmation changes. I moved from I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm flawed, I'm a failure, to looking at myself in the mirror and say, Amarantwanu muhle. Like doesn't muhle. No, but on a serious note, I'm like expire more. Language changes. When like affirmation changes. When you have the power of forgiveness, you get positive affirmations, and then the power of attraction takes place. That's self-forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself. I'm sure when I'm saying this, it comes to your mind, all the things that you did to yourself. And then you were not supposed to do them. I'm sure it comes to your mind. The list is long. I also have a long list. You can choose to forgive yourself this evening. So, in life, we go through things. Have you ever been in a situation after situation after situation. You know that type of thing, ke lokisa ka mo, go senyega ka mo. And then you go to your room to pray. Mawufika and you like, we are good, and the words doesn't come out and you're like, mara mntwana kaMaria yini? Ungizwani kanti? What do you want from me? I'm trying here. Have you gone through so many things in your life that you don't know how to pray anymore? You just talk to God and you're hoping that no, He will hear me and something will happen. Another situation on top of that. And when you look at all of those situations, the people are causing you all of that. And when you can check, it's people close to you who hate you the most. When you are hurt by people close to you, like the pain is different, man. It can be easier to forgive a stranger and harder to forgive the people that we love. You can be in denial more if someone is closer to you. No, man, he cannot. Did he? Like, you cannot believe. So if it's people that are closer to you, it hurts, especially our nuclear family. No, parents are the ones expected to protect us, expected to love us. And then it hurts when they are the ones who actually hate you. They are the ones who actually abandon you or don't give you the care that you're supposed to receive from them. It hurts. And it's not easy forgiving them because I felt that I cannot teach them how to parent me. They are parents, so they should know what to do. They should know how to parent me. So it's very hard. And if it's a spouse, expectations are loving, taking care of you, and things that you expect from a spouse. Well, I have a long list of things I expect. So from a spouse, but I'm not gonna involve you. I don't know what you expect, but you expect all the good things from your spouse, but then they hurt you. And you cannot believe, like I've been married to this person for 5 years. What happened? So it's the pain hits different. It's very hard to forgive in that situation, but you have to forgive. You have to heal. You cannot dwell in that painful experience forever. I once shared on Facebook, I posted on Facebook and I said, when you are involved in a car accident, you don't take your bags and go live by the road where you got hurt. Or you say, I lost a loved one here, so you know what? I'm going to take my bags and I'm going to live there. No, you don't do that. You go to the hospital, you heal, and then life goes on. Chances are you're not going to use that road again. And when you get to that road, that corner, that whatever, you don't say, this is my accident zone. Now let me crash my car again. No, you don't. You move on. Why can't we use that in our emotional wounds? Why are we dwelling in our painful experiences? Nature teaches us that wounds heal, ne? Scars fade. So everyone in here, you had a wound, however you got it, knife, you fell, however. So if I may ask you, does your scar bleed sometimes? Do you put plaster in your scar or get Dettol and disinfect it? Why? Because it's healed. You even forget that, oh, I was once hurt here. You remember when you see the scar. And the scar doesn't come to trigger the feeling you felt when you got hurt. No. It serves as a reminder of what you survived, not the pain. It serves as an alert to say, be careful around there, you're going to get hurt. And if you are burned, when you see the fire that burned you, you don't cry and say you want water buckets to put the fire to put out the fire. No, you don't do that. You go through the fire, but this time with caution, because you know that I can get burned here. Why can't we use that in our emotional wounds? We have scars, but the scar is not painful. And when you see the cause of your scar, does the pain start again? No, it doesn't. Why can't we use that to say, I had a wound, I was hurt, yes, and it's healed now. The scar is not painful. So I'm not going to nurse the scar. When we say forgive, we're not saying forget, delete, everything is gone, or deny the seriousness of the offense. We say walk through it with alert this time. Can I share this story with you? So when I went to the clinic at number 2 to give birth to my son, there was this woman that came. So she was having Braxton Hicks. She was not in labor. And when you go there, they check you. And the checking is not nice. Ne? It's a bit painful. So when they checked the woman, she gave the loudest scream. And then the nurse asked, Mama, umntwana wesingaki lo? The woman was like, it was 4. And the nurse was like, manje wawamemeza kangaka, what's going on with you? Then I thought to myself, she should be used to the pain by now. I mean, 4th child. But now I know that the pain doesn't get better. The pain doesn't get less painful, but you toughen up. You change your approach towards the pain. It doesn't hurt like it used to the first time it happens. It shouldn't cut like it did the first time. So, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sorry about that. So, it's okay to cry when you are hurt, when you're in pain. But when you're done crying, make sure that you don't cry for the same reason again. Because If you go through something, there's no guarantee that you'll never go through it again. Chances are you will go through it again. And you're still crying, you're still breaking down. No, man. You need to toughen up, clean, and say, oh, you back again, pain. So my approach towards pain or whatever that happens, I look at it because it happens so many times that I cannot say I'm immune to pain. I do feel the pain, but my approach is like I have a different approach towards it. So I look at it and be like, oh, you back. Okay. How long are you going to stay? Fine. Do your thing. I'll do my thing. Because I'm not going to stop living because I'm in pain. I woke up one day feeling down. And what I did was I put makeup on. And I was like, if I can't feel good, let me look good. And everyone, when they were saying, oh, but your Shia is better today, I smiled. And then I even forgot that how we're going to be earlier. That's a change of approach. What we normally do is we forgive to forget. We don't forgive to heal. So that way you archive the pain. You put it on the shelves. How do you know that you have archived the pain and not healed? Your triggers. What triggers you? You can answer that in your mind, or if maybe you want to write it down, I have arranged papers. If you don't have your own thing, you can ask for it. What triggers you? You know that thing that gets you so mad? And you know how we interpret triggers? We say, hey, yazubkhali. No. Awusibkhali mntase, you need to heal. So what are your triggers? I'm sure the list comes, of all the things that trigger you. Can I share this with you? I'm going to read it. It's a quote. We are never reacting to a person or circumstance outside of ourselves, but associated internal pain from our past. You can never be triggered by like something or someone. No. But what happened to you? Those are the things that will trigger you. Triggers reveals areas in our life where we have not healed. So there's a distinction between I'm okay with it now and I have healed from it. When you say that, well, I'm okay with it now because you feel there's nothing else I can do, but it is what it is, you just want to move on. When you are met by a similar situation, you get triggered. If you have not healed from it, when you think about the event, your body produces the exact same chemical it did when it happened. Meaning that you relive the pain, you relive the experience over and over again. Then you cry again, and when you're done crying, you pack the pain again and you archive it for later. Because like the pain imnandi. So you need to forgive. You need to look at your triggers. Because we become so in denial that you know you have not healed from this thing, but you don't admit. But your triggers are going to direct you. They're going to tell you where you have not healed. If you if you were hurt, maybe you had a relationship and you were hurt, and every time people come and they couple goal, when you are triggered, then that tells you that you have not healed from your relationship, the relationship that hurt you. You know that people, it will end in tears? You must just know. When you see people happy and then it will end in tears, you must just know that they have not healed. That's a trigger. I carried my parents' wound with me, and then it affected the relationship I had with my son. Because every time when he wants something that I never received from my parents, yay, yeshuba. I will be so angry. I will shout at him. I will pick up shoes and everything I can find to throw at him. I was triggered. Like, no, you don't. And sometimes the boy will be like, Mommy, ngizengizolala now. Can you imagine? So it affected our relationship to a point where he asked me and said, "Kanti why uthanda ukurasa?" And then I asked myself, Mara, why then? Why am I shouting at him? Until I healed from my parents' wound. And now, well, I still do that. No. When he comes to ask for money, because yay, the boy will bankrupt you. But I know when he comes to ask for money, so he calls me Ola. And when he comes to ask for money, he'll be like, Mamzo. And then I know he wants money. We're like, mm-mm. So you need to heal. Dangers of not healing is that you take the pain with you wherever you go. Then you bleed on the wrong people. Truth is, not everyone comes to your life to hurt you. Some they come to love you, care for you. I mean, some of us, we came to heal you. But because you are wounded, examples, if you were hurt in a relationship, you don't even see a person that comes to like love you genuinely. Whenever they come, you're like, because you have not healed from the relationship that caused you so much wrong. It goes on and on until they them in here, ladies. You must just know, Guti, there's one man who showed her flames. Now the old men are affected by it. No, men are not trash. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to forgive. So forgiveness is a choice. You choose to forgive. So I have here the benefits of forgiveness. Name? It says here it can lead to healthier relationship. When you are broken, when you move to your next relationship, you take the attributes of that relationship and you bring it to this relationship, and you expect to get different results or different love or different care. No. You need to heal from that relationship so that you can have a healthy relationship next time. You know that say, um, when you find yourself in the crocodile river, even if the crocodiles are sleeping, but once you bleed, then they come for you because they can sense the blood or they can smell the blood, whichever is proper. Power over your happiness, because your happiness is short lived. Whenever they show up, or when you see their happiness is gone. You constantly, you know, the feel like this thought that, well, I confess I did have it at one once. When someone does something to you, you wish that they can trip, fall, and break their teeth, choke on their teeth. I did wish that on a lot of people. Oh, I did. So you constantly cooking up in your mind. Yazin, I wish this can happen to them. I wish they can go through these. That's witchcraft. And it causes you to be anxious. Like you are anxious. Man. Why are they pumeleling? I the English word is gone. Why are they succeeding? Because they done so bad to me. And Pastor B once said, when when someone does something bad to you, let God handle it. But if you decide to do something bad to them, then God leaves the person and they come to you. They come for you. And you be like, kodwa yini Jesu? Lo muntu lo mara ungizwisa ubuhlungu. You know what they did to me. And then, so you need to forgive. You need to heal. Because you become hostile to the person. Even when they want to make amends, you're not interested because you are harboring the pain. And like they are forever in your mind. You don't have time to think about your things, fix my things, get my things right, because you're thinking about getting that people's things wrong and blah, blah, blah. So we need to heal. Lastly, I have a research that I did that I want to share with you. So it says steps to forgiveness. The research is by Dr. Ned Hallowell. He says that first step to forgiveness is acknowledging what happened. You need to acknowledge what happened. Like, you cannot heal until you know that you have a problem. So the first step of healing is you have to acknowledge what happened. And it says, talk to someone you trust and open up about how hurt you are. Another thing that hinders us from forgiving is that we are not being honest with ourselves. What you say you are angry about or you are angry at is not what you are really angry at. No, ngimkwatele because they stole this and that. But if you search deeper, you will find that no, this is not the real thing that you are angry at. There is something, and then you stole, and then we conclude, okay, I'm angry because of this. So you need to open up about the head, and you need to be honest with yourself. And when you apologize, you're not doing it for them. When you forgive, you're not doing it for them. You are doing it for you. And then Dr. Hallowell says, don't withdraw or isolate yourself. Stay connected and feel the pain. Sometimes what we do is something happens to you, and before you can feel the pain, then you move to something else. Before you feel because people will do things to you, and when you're busy trying to understand this, then they do something else, then they do something else, then they do something else. And when you're trying to process this one, then another comes, and then you go through that one, and like you forget that one, or you, I don't know, ignore it. But you need to stay connected. You need to feel the pain. It's okay. It's okay. Even though it hurts, it's okay. So you need to have someone you trust, you can talk to, and you don't withdraw or isolate yourself. I did a lot of that. I, whenever something happens to me or someone does something to me, I just go to my room, cry, and then sleep, and then that's it. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be by myself, and that's me. I will just go to my room, let it bend me. So do not, Dr. Hello, Dr. Hello. Okay, I'll call him Dr. Hello because that's the name. He says, don't withdraw, don't isolate yourself, stay connected and feel the pain, even though it hurts. With someone there to listen, the pain is more bearable. And he says, flatten the hook. What's holding you back? And rid yourself of the anger that is keeping you from forgiveness. You need to release the anger. Like, yes, the anger causes a lot of complications, even in our health. I was so angry. Around June, what was happening was June and July. So my son decided that he's gonna fly to the other side. I was so mad. I was so angry. And as I went to my room, as usual, and what happened is that I couldn't cry this time. I couldn't shout this time. I was hyperventilating. And then I had this pain here, back pain, or I don't know what they call it, but it was at the back. It was so painful that I had to go to the doctor. So if you harbor the anger, it causes a lot of complications to your health. If you can take your health issues, why do you have high blood pressure? Why do you have heart attack? Why do you have this and that? It's because you are angry people. You cannot forgive. So, Dr. Howell, and I agree with him, says that you need to release, get rid of the anger. Find ways that you can use to get rid of the anger. Pray, meditation, or whatever. Others go to gym. Find ways that can help you. So he says that you can imagine vengeance. Oh, yeah, I know. When someone does something to you, you think what you're gonna do to get back at them. He says that you can, but just don't act on it. Okay? So these are the ways, steps to forgiveness. Ne? And he says, think of your future. Know that you and your loved ones will be better off once you have rid yourself of any vengeful thinking. What do you do with the anger? When you feel angry, what do you do with it? So you need to think of your future. What will happen if you decide that you are gonna act on your on like you're gonna revenge? Think about that. Ask yourself, what do you want this pain to turn you into? You remember I shared the relationship I had with my son? So do you want to be that person you cannot touch that one? Like you can't. Do you want the pain to turn you into that person? Do you want the pain to turn you into an unhealthy person? What do you want the pain to turn you into? And do you like that? When you look at that, do you like it? Do you love it? Is that who you want to be? Look for the hook. The hook is what's holding you back. You know, I said the I mentioned the when you've been through a hurtful relationship, and that's a hook because you like, yeah, I'm safuna wabona madoda, you know, because of what you experienced and you never healed. So you need to forgive. You need to choose, because forgiveness is a choice. Choose to forgive. You can choose this evening to forgive. I'm sure you have a list of all the people that caused you pain. You have a list of everything that happened in your life. And I'm sure you have a list of your triggers. You can choose, you can purpose in your heart that I am going to forgive. And you can forgive. And if you don't know how, Coach Adelaide is here. Of course, at a cost, yes. We can help you go through it. We can help you forgive. So if you don't know how, you can get in touch and we'll help you forgive because it's going to benefit you. You need it. So thank you very much for your time. This is.
In case there's somebody who's got a question or a comment or they want to say something to you, but before they do that, give me a second. And if you can change the to be sent for an hour, you doing so well. Everybody give me a round of applause. I'm super impressed because this was sleepy, you know, it's a sleepy. sacrificing emotional intelligence at the highest level because you say they need to consider the repercussions before they act. That's what we call emotional intelligence. So I'm keeping the camera rolling as I'm changing it. So I would like those who have got questions, just lift your hand so we know there are questions lest we bring it to the one question, one or no. Another one with a question. Any other question, any other comments? Anybody who has got anything to say? We've got two questions. Anybody going once, going twice in a second? That one. I'm not going to that yet, not going to that yet, not going to that yet. No compliments, nobody wants to say to help you, keep whoever I help you.
And I looked good like that.
All right, ready when you are. Yeah, you back.
We're back on TV. Okay, so we're going to take your question. Mhm.
How can I identify a problem? That's my first question.
Okay, let's answer that. Then you can ask your second questions. Okay, you remember I spoke about your triggers that you check. What's that one thing that gets you mad, that like gets you so worked up, like you cannot handle it? You need to make a list of everything that triggers you because they reveal where you have not healed. They reveal the problems that you have. So you have to check your triggers and the hooks. You remember Dr. Hello mentioned the hooks. You have to check that. What triggers you? Then when you have made that list, then you will be able to find out where you have not healed or where you have a problem.
Last question is what is the phase? Or what is the phase to tackle that problem? The first phase, because I believe in order to manage the problem or deal with it, there are certain steps that you must initiate. So, what is the first
The first
phase?
step.
Yes.
Okay. Once you find what triggers you, then you acknowledge that, okay, this is the problem that I have. And then the first step into fixing that problem is to check within yourself, what does that problem do to you? Because if you understand the damage the problem caused to you, then it makes it easy or it motivates you to say, no, but I want to get it fixed. If that problem hinders you from reaching to a level in your life or getting things in your life or whatever, then that will motivate you that, no, I need to get this fixed. So you need to first understand, what does this do to me? What will happen if this is not fixed? So if you have all those steps, then you can say, okay, problem, how do we deal with you? And then you find ways of dealing with it. Because you can say, I want to fix this problem, but then if you don't know the dangers of having that problem with you, you have not identified them, then there's nothing pushing you or nothing encouraging you to, you know what, this needs to be sorted out. Like you can't. Don't know if I've answered you.
Any more questions? Yeah. Yes, sir. Hoi, wafisha.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Amen. Jesus Christ. Yes, madam. Yeah, I'm still based on the topic that,
Yes.
okay, I'm still based on facts that you were giving me. So the question is, how will I know that I have conquered the problem that I was engaged on? Because not everyone has that intelligent capacity to know that I have Iowa things.
That you make a list, you ask yourself, what will happen if this problem is not fixed? And those things are the things that will motivate you to fix the problem. When you have that list, and when the problem is fixed, and you look at that list and you see that, oh, now I'm not hindered anymore. Now I'm not frustrated anymore. Now I I have self-esteem, and like it's not, I'm not hindered. I'm not limited anymore. So when you see all those things that you had in that list, when you see them in your life, and then you know that, okay, the problem is fixed. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow. I won't ask you questions. I want us to all rise and just honor her with a big hand. We appreciate. Very well done. We are looking forward to helping our people to heal. We are looking forward to helping people improve the quality of their lives. This is part of ministry. What people don't understand, every pastor needs to take training in life coaching. Every individual needs to have a life coach in their lives. Keep producing more life coaches after your own kind. Inspire more people to go into it and continue applying that. Let's give her a hand again, Barcelona. I think we are done. Thank you. So we appreciate Barcelona. I think in the meantime, she is giving her services. What is the word that you use? Born what? Born what? Lawyer? There's this free concept that says you're giving the services for free now. Pro bono. You are a life coach. You. Kiena. Okay. Happy microphone no abuser. Oh. How woman is affiliate life coach. Hello. So what's already for now? Camera Alimpatleng dagi. So we appreciate family. I think now we're going to munch. Thank you so much to those who joined us live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. And I see most of her friends were also with us on StreamYard. And those who are in the house, we appreciate and we are excited. We are going to continue. We're going to build bigger stages and more stages. I'm talking to you, child. You lift up your hand, your head rather, and you listen. So we're gonna take it to spaces and stages bigger, because we wanna see you becoming even better and greater and reaching other dimensions that we are old. Some of us we just inspiring you. We're no longer doing this thing to go beyond this. We are inspiring most of you, and I'm excited. We're looking forward to more. We're just going to close in prayer, and we're gonna go have ourselves a party. Father, we just want to thank you right now for you being a beautiful God, faithful in all your ways, unchanging as always. Right now, we bring to you glory, adoration, and honor. We declare that you are God in heaven, on earth, in our lives, and in all that which we do. We're about to disperse, by prior to that, we'll be partaking in a meal. Father, we pray that you continue to bless us through that and feed us, oh God, in the name of Jesus, or rather have it as nutrition even into our bodies, oh Father. We continue to speak a blessing upon the hands that prepared them, that later when we disperse and go to our respective homes, we pray that your grace will go ahead of us and that you'll protect us, oh Father, to your glory till we meet again tomorrow to come and fellowship. In the power of the name of Jesus, we have prayed. Amen and amen. Maybe let's just take a beautiful song before we shut down. What can we sing? No, we're going to eat. I'm singing, you eating. When are you are not eating? All right, Manda Upadile. Let's shut down. Thank you, family, for joining. I wanted to bless you, but this man is being fired from church, etc. Have yourself a beautiful evening and good night.